Now in its third incarnation, the Mercedes-Benz SLK is supposed to have grown up a little bit. It's still the same slice of folding hardtop brilliance we've come to expect, but this car has a few more tricks up its sleeve, as well as the same levels of luxury and refinement we've come to expect. However, it feels a bit more like a baby SL, rather than a lithe and nimble sports car. The first generation SLK was a little boxy for some. The second generation had a front end inspired by both a Formula 1 car and the SLR supercar, and they were both a little bit effeminate. This SLK apes the SLS supercar, hence its long flat lines, wide angles and butch stance. And there's a reason for this. You see, Mercedes noticed that the majority of SLK buyers were women, and they wanted to man up its image a little bit with something a little more muscular. It's worth mentioning that the SLK hides its bulky roof rather well. You see, thanks to some trick engineering in the boot, it now folds flush under the boot lid and looks rather better than before. If you're the type that likes to drive with the roof down unless it's pouring with rain, you'll be pleased to hear that it elevates in just 20 seconds. Before we talk about interior fit and finish, we're going to mention another one of the roof's little tricks. You see, thanks to something called Magic Sky Control, it turns from cloudy to clear at the press of a button. A little bit like those reflections glasses you get. It's very clever, optional stuff. Another highlight is the air scarf neck heater. Want to drive topless in the winter but don't want a chilly neck? Spec air scarf and have warm air blown onto your neck as you waft around. The interior itself is all about styling and luxury. After all, this is a Mercedes. It's beautifully designed and makes the SLK feel as special as you'd hope. It's a little bit like being inside a pared down SLS supercar, especially with details like these aluminium air vents, this rotary switchgear and the piped LED lights that bathe the cabin in a red glow at night. There is one thing that brings it down though, that clock. It's a little bit like dropping a 70s prefab into the gardens of Versailles. Not good. You do get lots of boot space and there are plenty of cubby holes dotted around the cabin, but do remember this is a sports car, so don't expect room for an IKEA furniture set. The SLK is based on an evolved version of the second generation chassis, but the steering has been tweaked to give a more direct response. Still, it doesn't have the same sporting intent as the BMW Z4, maintaining its emphasis on refinement and comfort, which gives it its own character. There are a number of engines to be had, all the way from the 181 brake horsepower SLK 200 up to the 422 brake horsepower SLK 55 AMG. There's also a diesel version if you want to look good, but still get great economy. Entry-level versions can be specced with a 6-speed manual gearbox, but we found it's better partnered with the 7-speed automatic. That said, it can be a little bit sluggish to respond to manual inputs. The SLK is a bit of an all-rounder really. It offers GT-like refinement, sporty handling and gives you the option of a glorious open-top ride or a winterproof coupe, and it has pace to suit all budgets and driving styles.